Welcome back, everybody, to my little YouTube channel here where I talk about a variety of things. Um, Today's video is about what you see on your screen. A report that finds among 12,000 failing grades were changed to passing in the Baltimore City School District. 12,000 failing grades changed by immoral and unethical teachers to passing so that these students would be able to move into the next grade level. Where do you even begin with something like this? This isn't the first time that the absolute failure of the public education system has been exposed by an inspection, by an audit, by a review of records, you name it. Over and over and over and over again, the public school system has been shown to be a failure, especially in these big urban areas. But yet, what do we do? What's our response going to be? You tell me. Come on, tell me. Put more money into it. Institute the Kerwin Commission. Let's pour billions of dollars into this failing city school district so they can continue to pass failing students. And then we'll sit back and scratch our heads and go, well, I wonder what's wrong with society now that kids can't read and they can't get jobs and they can't work. Are we that stupid? I reckon we are. I mean, we're just as stupid as these kids. And yeah, I'm using the big S word, stupid, because they lack the intelligence, they lack the assistance, they lack the help to be able to progress through what passes for public education today. Let's take a little more deeper look here at the article real quick. Let's see, this IG and Inspector General, they float up every now and then to the surface, shows that more than 12,000 failing grades, and I'll guarantee you it's higher than that, were changed to passing over a 5-year period in Baltimore City schools. This report was launched after a Project Baltimore investigation dating back to 2017 and not only confirms what we found, but more. So, in other words, the problem is far worse than what even the initial investigation showed, carrying through to this Inspector General report. Now, I'm sitting out in Western Maryland, and I could have told you this was happening. It's happening here. We just don't talk about it. Kids are getting passed on to the next grade without being able to read, to write, to do arithmetic. And you know why? Because our public schools are more interested in teaching our kids to be the other sex or to deny reality than they are teaching them that 4 plus 4 equals 8 or how to write a proper sentence. That's where we are. That's where our education system is at. And then we sit back and have the temerity to wonder what in the world's wrong with our system. Right here. This kind of thing is what's wrong. We have a bunch of immoral and unethical teachers in the school system who, in order to continue passing these kids on, will just change the grade no matter what happens to pass those students on. And no one's questioned them until now. But again, I mean, what's it going to be? What's going to be the response to this? Tear it down? No. It just needs more money, because that's the solution to everything in the world today. Is it just needs more money? Where does this money come from? You can only drain so much from the taxpayers because the people in the school systems that are failing are not paying taxes. We only make so much. So what are they going to do? They're going to print more money off in order to solve this problem. I honestly, I live in Western Maryland, and there was a movement within the last year. Several of our delegates and senators came out and said that they'd been exploring the possibility that we can move into West Virginia. And the outcry. was immediate. Oh, West Virginia, a hick state. Oh, we can't do that. This is just terrible and awful. They're doing better with education than the state of Maryland is. I mean, you can sit there and pull the wool over your eyes and tell yourself how great Maryland is. But not only are they failing kids or passing failing kids through school, Baltimore City has the highest murder rate, one of the highest murder rates in the Western Hemisphere, let alone some of the other counties that are downstate, let alone that our entire state is controlled by the Democrats who are forcing a what? Environmental disaster on us by enforcing green environmental laws down our throats. Wait till next legislative session when they probably try to restrict our gun rights even further. The fact of the matter is that history is full of groups of people who move away from a group that is different than them and join with a group that is the same. And that is what it would be if Garrett County, Allegheny County, even Washington County forged a united identity and moved into West Virginia. In fact, there's states or portions of Western Pennsylvania that could do the same thing. There's an entire process out there called Greater Appalachia, which might very well be worth exploring. But as long as we're tied to this kind of stupidity, this kind of ignorance, this kind of fraud, how do we expect anything to change out here? Now, I know there's some idealistic young politicians up and coming who are going to go to Annapolis and institute change and all that. I hate to be the naysayer here because I generally have a positive outlook on things, but you're not going to change anything in Annapolis. You're just not. It's controlled by these inner city groups who will not relinquish control. Period. You might be given a few crumbs here and there, which you'll run back to Western Maryland to all of us citizens out here and be like, oh, look what I did for you. And it will be nothing. Instead, we'll still be tied to this. And the Kirwan Commission's still going to get pushed through, and billions of dollars are going to be poured into a failed system. And here we'll be. I mean, how. And I struggle with this because ethically, this is just wrong from beginning to end. But yet here we have teachers who we're supposed to look up to and respect. And this doesn't count for all teachers. So don't come on my comment section and be like, I'm a teacher and I'm a Christian and we do what's right. This isn't what's right. And you're part of this system. You're supporting this system. Get out. The public school system needs to be burned to the ground, dismantled, and rebuilt at the local level. That's the solution. Get the parents involved. And don't tell me that the parents can't be involved. It's time maybe to put a little smackdown on the parents and say, it's your kids, get involved with them. I was at a meeting just last night where they did this big study on a youth survey on youth activities in our local area. And everything that they talked about, I was sitting and listening to it and thinking, my dad and my mom did all of that for me. I learned really fast at a young age not to say something around my dad like, I'm bored. Oh no, he'd find something for me to do. We need that back. We need the family back. The state's tried to do it. The state has failed. It's time to return to the roots, the family, mother, father, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, back involved in the kids' lives and raising them morally and ethically to be upstanding human beings, not these unethical, immoral creatures that rule the world today. Hey, welcome to Appalachia. That's my little hick rant for you today. I'm not going to delve into this anymore. Go look it up for yourself. This is only one of many articles that are out there highlighting what's going on. And these cities are what's driving the rural areas because we refuse to cut ties with them because we think they've got it going on. When in reality, this is what they got going on. And I want no part of it. And neither should you.